Welcome back to Bold TV. I'm your host, Philip Michael, and today we're talking about personal branding and communication with speaker, coach, and author Robyn Hatcher. Hey, Robyn.
Hey, what's up?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm great. How are you
Let's
doing?
dive right into it. What's the most important thing about personal branding?
Personal branding is like you have to have that fine line between being genuine and being out there and being bold and being and just leading with your value. So the most important thing is to be able to find that nice mix without being too laid back, too shy, without and not being fake.
It's one of those things. I have an opinion on this, obviously, which doesn't matter, but what do you believe in 2021, is it absolutely vital for you to put yourself out there, even if you're more of an introvert? Is it a necessity or is it just like a perk? What would you advise people to do?
You know what? It is a necessity.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you about introvert. I am an introvert.
Mm-hmm.
Like my literal nickname growing up was Shy, believe it or not. It's like, and now all I do is communicate. You know, people did not know my real name because my mother would introduce me as her daughter Shy.
Wow.
You know, so yeah, I know a thing or two about being introverted, and I know a thing or two about what's going on in 2021. And the fact is, there's so much noise out there. There are so many shiny objects and we can sit back and think, oh, I'm so great. People are going to find me. Not going to happen. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you may be fantastic, but people are not going to find you. But, you know, they're not going to find you based on your fantasticness.
Right.
They're going to find you based on how you show up.
So being an introvert myself, how would you advise people to be comfortable with putting themselves out there?
Always get connected to your why and what you have to offer. The thing is like as introverts, we think that what we have to offer is terrific. And like I said, people will come and find it. But when you connect to your why, the fact that you are helping people, you know, when people come to me, I always talk about personal branding and being out there, and people are like, I ask the question, like, what keeps you from sharing? What keeps you from putting yourself out there? Oh, I don't want to sound braggy. I don't want to sound like I'm bragging. And so I get that. You know, so many people, like when we're thinking about personal branding, we're thinking about talking about ourselves or even just sharing what we're doing. We always get this image of this used car salesman type. You know, it's like we're bragging and we're just shoving stuff down your throat. What I like to think about it is it's not bragging, it's sharing. What you're doing is you're doing a public service announcement, because if you don't tell people how great you are, you cannot help them. So you're actually doing a disservice when you keep yourself hidden. You're doing a disservice, and because you're not being able to help people. Right. You know, and I love this. I just found this quote by Guy Kawasaki that goes, "If you don't toot your own horn, don't complain that there's no music."
Interesting. That's that's a profound quote right there. Now, personal branding, is it just for entrepreneurs, founders, or is it for corporate employees as well, people that are in corporate America? Is it for everybody?
Totally. Fantastic question. I'm doing a presentation next week to a large corporation, and I'm talking about personal branding, because within the corporation, people need to understand what their personal brand is and what they bring to the table. I've done a lot of trainings, a lot of presentations within companies, and I talk about personal branding there. Every time I work with an individual, I have a lot of private clients and executive clients, I start with the personal brand, because what you need to do is figure out why you are good at what it is that you're doing, and so that you can also share. So how do you get promoted? How do you get advanced if people don't know your strength, don't know your value? So within the corporation, you need to brand yourself as the one that I'm going to look for. It's like, oh, Philip is great at that. I'm going to call on him because I see that this promotion is up. Or I'm going to call on him because I need this work done, which then puts you in front of other people, which then can see your brand, advance your brand, and then amplify it so that you can get the opportunities that you probably deserve.
So, Robyn, switching gears a little bit, tell us about you and your business. How is it that you help people, and how can people benefit from working with you?
Yeah, I am a very holistic coach and trainer, because I have this background in neurolinguistic programming. I study the brain science. I'm a geek around brain science. So what I bring to people is I dissect what it is that they are. I call myself communication RX, you know. So I have a remedy. I try to seek remedies. And just like a good physician, you need to diagnose properly. So I have assessments, I have tools, I have questionnaires. I do this in-depth interview to find out what is your ailment, so to speak. What is the diagnosis that I have for you or your company or your team? And then what I'll do is I'll figure out, okay, so how can we give you a little bit more vitamins or aspirin or something that's going to pump that up so that you have a healthier relationship in the way that you communicate. And when you have a healthier relationship, the entire system, the entire team works better. And one of the ways that you want to do is you diagnose yourself, and then I give you tools to be able to diagnose the people that you interact with. You know, because everybody's style is so different. Everybody's brand is different. Everybody's personal style is different. And when you know your personal communication style, when you know the style of the other people that you're interacting with, then you can start to weave your message and your communication in a way that makes sense and is more persuasive, is more collaborative, is more connected.
So it's just diving into the brain and finding out the things that prevent you from succeeding and tweaking those, and that's what they get from working with you. Did I summarize that well?
Excellent.
Thank you. Thank you for being here today, Robyn. Thank you for joining us, and thank you all for watching. Make sure you follow Bold TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Till next time, I'm out of here.